So guys, I finally done it. I completed Horizon Forbidden West. This has been a black spot in my PlayStation CV for the longest time, and now this very week, I finally rolled credits in the campaign ahead of Burning Shore, and yeah, let's talk about it. I have to say I was never a huge fan of Zero Dawn. I thought it was a perfectly serviceable open world game. The world's lore was cool, but the actual exploration part just didn't do it for me, and I didn't feel like the characters were there. So when I rolled credits, I just didn't care for a sequel, and that is partly part of the reason why I haven't played it for so long. But of course, working for a PlayStation channel, I felt like it was my service, almost my duty, to play games like this, and I've been trying to work my way through some of the missing marks on the PlayStation exclusives like Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding. And this game, I can't lie, I struggled with to start purely on the point of it's such a large game, and I was very aware of how large it is. And I don't know about you guys, right? But as you get a little older, that gaming time, you find less and less time for it. You know, you're not really playing the 12-hour sessions that you used to in the weekend as much as you yearn for it. It doesn't really happen, but I persevered, I pushed on. If you've been looking at the what have you been playing at the weekend post that we put on the community tab, I have been playing this for a good few weeks, and I finally done it, and I have to say, I f***ing loved it. Forbidden West improves upon the open world formula from Zero Dawn in almost every way. I mean, let's just talk about the fact that this is incredible looking. It genuinely looks so damn good. The character models, the environments, the lighting, the day and night cycle, all of it just looks utterly surreal, and that genuinely goes a long way to selling the concept of this world, because a lot of open world games, it's almost just like checklists, you know, throw in this or that here. But Horizon is a game that thrives on the details, and that's where you can see the history of, you know, the old life from 1,000 years ago, and now we have this tribal lifestyle almost taking over, including the nature. I felt like that really sold the setting a lot more this time. The story though, now I'm going to get into some spoilers, but this game went so hardcore for its sci-fi that I couldn't help but love it. I'm a massive fan of sci-fi. Seeing the whole point, this is your spoilers, when it's revealed that the big bad, the Zeniths, are actually the original humans coming back to Earth, that from that point on, I was so on board with this game, and I have to say, it grasped me at almost every turn with this high concept premise, and then almost the mix in a way between having the tribal style of storylines mixed in with this, like, we're talking about spaceships and 1,000-year immortals and all of this sort of stuff. It was such a weird blend that I felt shouldn't have worked, but then it did. As somebody that has a real bad habit of like dropping in and out of games and trying to pick it up again, that was part of the reason I've struggled with so many, in terms of what are the control schemes again, what are the mechanics, what are the skill combos and all of that. Then sticking with Horizon for the last couple of weeks and having it all in my head and delving into that skill tree, the combat just massively improved itself. I got to the point where I was really enjoying it, and I felt like it was really cool, and that's as someone that's not huge on bow based combat. I'm not a massive fan of that, but then really entrenching myself in those mechanics sold it entirely for me. I almost got to the point as well where I didn't want to complete it for Burning Shores. Obviously that was the timeline. I wanted to get it done for that so I could make some content around it, because you can't play Burning Shores without completing Forbidden West. And for a while I was just like, no, screw it, I don't care, I'm gonna take it at my own pace and get there when I get there. But obviously I decided I wanted to get stuff up in the channel for it, so I did push on. I'm gonna go back and do some of the side stuff once I've completed Burning Shores, because the world and like building up my character and making Aloy one of the most powerful badasses in the world, it really set its hooks in me in a way that I didn't really think was possible with this type of game. I like an open world game, to be honest. I'm a big fan of like the Far Cry series and trying to think of other ones, but you know, open world games, I do like them. I like the sort of routine of checklists, but I'm never one to really rinse it to the point of like platinuming it or anything like that. But I got that urge here. I saw before me what had to be done, and I wanted to see those areas that were clouded out in the map. I wanted to get into it. So then, talking about the narrative climax, the conclusion to it all, I have to admire it. I feel like at the end of Zero Dawn I was like, okay, cool, whatever. The way that they've set this even bigger bad, like a new AI threat in a way, is incredibly exciting just because of how stupid it is in a way, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I think it's so high concept that it's just, you have to kind of laugh at it a little bit, because now you have not just Zeniths, 1,000-year-old immortals coming back to Earth, but they're not even trying to remake Earth as their own home again. They are just using it as a pit stop because a crazy AI is hunting them down, crossing the space, chasing down these people. It's so stupid, but I love it, and I can't wait to see how they're setting things up for the, hopefully, Horizon 3 whenever that comes. So I have to say, I was really surprised. I really enjoyed this game. I think it looks fantastic, it plays fantastic, and the story and side content was about 1,000,000 times better than what I got in Zero Dawn, not just from a narrative standpoint, but also from the performance capture and the actual the side characters themselves. I mean, like, looking at your little crew, you've got Katalu, Zoe, Erend, Varl, R.I.P. All of those people were like really cool. I actually really liked them. I was interested in them. It made it hurt when they were hurt, and when Varl died, it was a big shame. I did have that spoiled literally the day before I played it, so I hate you Tech Talk for that. It almost improved every aspect of the original game just so much. It felt like a far more like premium package. It was like Guerrilla Games had done their first open world, and it was serviceable, it was good, a lot of people liked it, but this was them really honing in their craft and taking it to the next level, and I can only admire it for that. And jumping into Burning Shores, which looks insanely good, you should check out a video where I have some 4K gameplay on that. I can't wait to get into it. I can't wait to see where the story goes, and I'm fully on board for it now in a way that I never was before, so I'm glad I took the time to play it. I will say, I have been hit or miss on Aloy for quite a lot of the game. I felt like there was a very self-righteous tone in a way, but then I felt like they brought it back at the end. I was on the verge of actually disliking Aloy for a little bit. Just not necessarily through Ashley Birch's performance, but more the way that the Aloy would react. But then at the same time I started thinking about it, and I'm like, am I expecting that sort of Marvel-like, oh, Chipper kinda, she's very nice? I don't know if that's what I was looking for. So I almost appreciated in a way come the end that no, they've just decided like Aloy is a certain way and she doesn't change that really, and I did like her a lot more when I actually finished the game. So yeah, what did you think of Horizon Forbidden West? You can really let me know how ashamed I should be that I've been working for a PlayStation YouTube channel for over a year and I've only just completed this game. But let me know what you think of it. Are you playing Burning Shores right now, and what do you think is going to happen in the eventual Horizon 3, hopefully? Let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, that really does help us out. And of course, if you want to stay up to date in the world of PlayStation, then why not subscribe to us here on Push Square. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.